Hello and welcome to another weekly reading with Shelley Peterson. Before we get started, I just want to talk a little bit about the fact that I was off last week. You may have noticed that I wasn't on here. I didn't do a card pull, and you didn't hear from me if you're on my email list. So I just want to talk a little bit about that and what's going on universally, and in the stars and globally as humanity as a whole. There's a lot of energetic shifting going on right now, and you may be feeling it and not understanding that it is actually, it's all connected. What I'm experiencing is connected to what you're experiencing and what others are as well. So I just wanted to take a moment to sort of dive into that a little bit and let you know so that you're not alone if you're experiencing lots of fatigue, lots of possibly like body fatigue where you're not necessarily wanting to sleep, but you just don't want anything else. Lots of people are finding that they have sore throats. They're getting a little bit of a sickness. I spent about a week. I would have a day where I would feel like I was getting a cold. I would, manage it with oils. I would feel great the next day. And then I would feel like I was getting a cold again, like it was coming on again. So I spent a little over a week just trying to manage that energy and, take care of myself. So that's why I set this aside last week. I didn't want to show up and, give you less than you deserve as far as a weekly reading or card pull or even conversation around, what's going on with us. So what is happening, we have lots of different things happening. So right now, globally, as, humans, humanity as a whole, we are waking up. We are rising to the challenge of this new world that we are finding ourselves in and co-creating together. We are stepping into our truth. You can see it everywhere in the news. Women are speaking up about things that are no longer okay or acceptable. They haven't been acceptable for a long time, but people were not speaking out. And you can see that now we are speaking out. There's the Me Too movement. There's lots of things in the news where, women are like, I'm going to say my piece as well. There's lots of stuff in politics, which I'm not going to get into, but there's lots of stuff going on there as well. We're unpacking all of these things that have been broken for a very long time, and we are starting to look at them, and we are starting to acknowledge the fact that it's broken, which is not something we were willing to do before. So our truth is coming to light. This is a global movement. This is happening all over the world. And it's not just women, it's men as well. We have a lot of men stepping up and speaking out and standing with the women to empower us even further to have our voice in this world. And it's so incredible. I have goosebumps right now. It's the connection I feel with women globally right now is it's incredible, and it's so powerful and so strong. And I definitely encourage you and myself to continue to, not accept the things that are not okay with us, right? Even in day-to-day life, you don't have to say yes to all of the things. If you're tired and really don't want to, you really can't manage to go to soccer practice today, then, your kids will understand that they can't go for one time. It's okay, right? Even in our day-to-day lives, it's so important to listen to our needs and our truth. And that is why I was not on last week, is I needed that time to just decompress and just focus on allowing the energy to move through me and process it and move out of me, right? So that's what I was doing. Now, what else we have going on is, of course, the full moon is tonight. So it is super, super powerful. Other women out there, I don't know about you, I'm not going to get too personal here, but my cycle decided that it was going to go with the moon this week. So it's it's a super, super powerful pull of energy that's happening right now with this moon. Maybe you don't notice these cyclical things in our lives, but the moon has very powerful energy in our lives. Right now is a time of release, which is why we are finding ourselves feeling tired. We are feeling exhausted in new ways. We are feeling like there's sickness in our bodies when there isn't necessarily a virus of any kind. We are feeling, the sore throat because we're feeling the energy moving and clearing out of there. We have all of these things moving through us right now. The energy of this moon is pulling so much out of us. And I really encourage you to rest and allow that movement, allow that flow of energy through you. Because if you cling to it, that's when you're going to get tension, and you're going to get, you're actually going to really get sick. Your body will be like, no, I have to let go of this. And it will actually sort of knock you off your feet so that you don't have a choice. There's so many, there's so much abundance and, amazing things that you can bring in because you've created the vacuum of releasing the things that no longer serve you. So if you're feeling super emotional right now, listen, you can hear it in my voice. It's starting to bunch up again. If you're feeling really emotional right now, allow yourself to feel those emotions, allow yourself to feel and cry if you need to. And yeah, my voice just changed. Did you hear that? It's so weird. It happens all the time when I'm dealing with throat chakra stuff. So I don't have the pain in my throat anymore, but you can hear that there's something there. So yeah, just allow yourself to process whatever energy and know that it's totally normal. Whatever it is that you're feeling and going through is totally normal on an energetic level. Our bodies have physical symptoms because of the energy. Everything in this life is energy. So, when we have pain, when we have tired, when we have anxiety, when we have stress or emotions, running high, or anger, or, especially things that don't seem to fit with the situation, that is energy trying to move through you. So let it. The best way you can get to the other side of it is to let that energy go through. So that is what I wanted to say about that. Here, I'm going to pull the card for this week and see what we're in for. Oh, that's a good one, guys. This is emotions. 8 of summer. This is us dealing with and processing our emotions, like I was just saying. And it says the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on and choosing to make major life changes, which this is exactly the most incredible time for that right now. I mean, look at us. We're in December. It's a new year. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. It's a new year. We have all of this energy of like the bright, shiny new year that's coming. That is going to just like light up December. Let December be amazing for you. Even if you have had traumas in the past, or you've had situations that have made December less than desirable in the past, or maybe you're an empath who can't really manage to handle all that goes on in this month, because it's a really busy month, right? But try to find a way to let the energy of next year light you up. Don't hibernate and hide in December, because if you can keep that momentum and just keep it going and keep it getting faster, it's going to zoom you straight through amazing things next year. Next year is going to be incredible. Like, we have had, the past few years have been just huge for shifting and changing and growth and expansion, and next year is going to be no different. It's going to be incredible. So please, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop letting yourself be on that path. Don't go sit down. You know, right now is the time to set your sights on that sun and to move that way, to keep going through that forest. Even though you have no idea how long it's going to take you to get there, it doesn't matter. It can go really, really fast. You could be right over the edge of that hill and you'd never know if you didn't take that step. Okay? So releasing the things that are holding you back. Use the full moon's energy right now to, you know, release all of that that's holding you back. And by the way, anybody who's wondering why I'm not talking about Mercury retrograde, it's because it doesn't matter. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it. So many people hit the pause button and the brakes the second they hear Mercury retrograde. Like, oh my God, it's like terrifying. Do you know how much expansion and growth I had off the last one? It was incredible. Yeah, I had tech issues, but I also moved forward because I did not stop to wait for it to be over. Okay, so don't do that. Don't hold the brakes down because Mercury retrograde. What is that? It's like the wheels are turning in a different direction, so you have to work a little harder in some areas, but not all of them. Some of them, it actually makes you zip through, right? So just focus on doing what feels good, what feels right. That will never lead you astray, okay? And Mercury retrograde won't touch you. It'll just, you know, make tech things tricky, like when you're trying to send out an email and it just doesn't want to go or something. But that's no reason to not walk down this path. That's no reason to sit down and have a nap when you could be moving forward in the light of day, right? Keep going. Keep going. And now is the time for dreams. Now is the time for setting goals and passionately just attaching yourself to these plans, these futuristic plans. Allow yourself that expansive feeling of knowing that you could have anything that you desire, and you absolutely can. And if you want to talk more about that, I'm your girl. So I will leave a link in the description so that you can book a totally free call with me and we can discuss what's going on with you and how you might be able to sort of break free of the bonds that we're talking about today. If you just don't know how, that's totally great. I'm here to support you through that. That's what I do. So let me know and have an amazing week. Have a freaking amazing week, okay? Because this is going to be incredible. It's going to be so, so great. Don't let being sick, don't let being weighed down with like energetic movement and stuff. Rest by all means, but don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. No pause button, no brakes. You are going for gold right now. Okay? Have a wonderful, amazing week. Mwah.